Mhm. And we are live.
All
Yay!
right.
Good morning or good
Whoa.
evening to you,
Good.
yeah? Or good afternoon.
Yes, it's evening here. Yes. And good day there
Good
to you
good
too. I
day,
know
yeah. Yes,
it's
good
around
day
noon time right
from
now there. Yeah.
Melbourne, Australia. Yes, so we are here. We've been
Um,
waiting for this time. Uh,
yes.
yeah. Thank you so much, Sue, for
Thank
being
you.
here, for your time,
My
and
pleasure.
also thank you for meeting you here. So
Yes.
good
I'm so
day,
happy.
everyone. Happy lunch hour, or good morning, or good night, wherever which part of
Mhm.
the world you guys are watching us from. It's Alberta here, and a beautiful, beautiful lady all the way from Minnesota, USA. Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we'll
From
be
Minnesota, USA.
yes, we'll be here. I'm super, super excited to meet her and also to work with her. We are in one of the amazing, amazing business and community, and we learn a lot from each other. And the good thing is, we both resonate because we are in the healthcare sector, right?
Yes. In
And
healthcare.
if you're in the healthcare, you know, um, sector, you would know what it's like and how it's like there.
Most
So we do
definitely.
a very, very important job, so as others, and we help people. But there's a really big pause there. But how long
Yes.
will that go for? Is it all our
Right.
life, or we should
Right.
try to start helping ourselves first? So I'll get my guest Sue to introduce herself so you can get to know her a little bit. So let's get you to introduce yourself, sister,
All
and we can
right.
follow on with my introduction.
Okay. So, introductions. Then again, my name is Sue Chu Yen, and I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota, US of A. And I've been here majority of my life. Grew up here since 2 years of age. So, I have family and loved ones here. So this is my home. So this is my home state, and so I have four kids. Four kids. I'm a mom.
Wow.
Yes, and my oldest is 19. Yeah, my oldest is 19, and my youngest is 6. So yes,
Oh,
yes. So
wow.
I have an adult child, I should say. So
That's amazing. That's amazing
yeah,
because I
yes.
have I have a 17-year-old too,
Do you?
getting into adulthood next year, and I was like, wow, how are we're growing old actually. The
I
kids are
know.
growing
I'm really happy.
big and growing up to be
Hmm.
adults, and we are also growing old. And I feel privileged, and I feel so grateful that I have started something
Yes.
that I can work around them and see them grow before they even go and start their own family, right?
Right.
And this is why
Exactly.
I started this business. I wanted to be around them. I wanted to be around my children. I've got three boys. You've got four. It's not a lot because I come from a family of eight. We're
Okay.
eight. I've got
Mhm.
eight siblings, and we are big family compared to my now my own family. We're still
Mhm.
half of that you know the family I grew up in, but there's a big but there. I think our time was the cost of living and things were you know very
Yeah.
cheap, I believe, compared
Yes.
to now.
Compared to now.
So
Yeah.
you
It's
really have to
it has
yeah
changed.
start
Yeah. A lot.
yeah
A lot.
start
Yeah.
something. So to those new to my page and to Sue's followers as well, my name is Alberta. I am originally from the beautiful island of Bougainville in Papua New Guinea, but I'm currently based
Oh.
here in in Melbourne, Australia, while running my digital business. I'm a mom of three boys. One is 17. The youngest is four. He's four, and he messes around with me at home. He's in the background. He may come and say hello. but that's the beauty of this business. I love working around them. I'm also a wife, and I'm in the healthcare sector, working part time while I'm running this digital business as a side hustle. I'm a business owner and also a business coach. So I coach new people as well who want to start their own digital business, same
Perfect.
as Sue. So that's a little introduction about us.
Yes,
So let me ask you the next
yes,
question.
of course.
How you found this business? Because you're based in the US, I'm in
Hmm.
Australia. How did you
Hmm.
find this business? And were you searching?
So, how I found this business and was I searching? So, for me, I wasn't really actively searching. I am on social media as well, but with life and work and everything, it's just I just go on just to to message with family, friends, and I didn't really have like anything in mind, at the time. Being that I'm a healthcare worker for 15 years, I felt like right around up until before COVID happened, I was there was a thought in the back of my head. I said, my kids, and that's one thing I resonate with you too is, I also come from a big family and also
Yeah,
from a family of 8 as well. So like you said, things back then, prices and costs and everything of living was different than now. So um, and now that I have my own family and which all boys too, so
okay.
so
Wow, something
yeah,
I'm learning.
and
Okay.
so for the last couple of years, I have been really, really soul searching myself, um, my potentials, and what else am I capable of doing? I love healthcare. I love interacting with patients and taking care of patients. But there's always something inside that screams like, okay, there's something more out there. You need to get out there. Um, and find your passion, right? Find your passion. Healthcare, I love healthcare too. But I feel like it's, passion wise, I feel like there's something else that I need to still look for within myself. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching. So I've been looking around and just kind of, like you say on social media, flipping through and just like, oh, okay, well that looks interesting. A couple of things until it was around this time last year. I was scrolling through Facebook, social media, and then I came across an ad that was interesting, and I was reading through this person's story and how they got started in the business, and I'm like, that resonates with me. I'm a mom, and there's so many things that resonates with me where I feel like I need to do more because my kids are my number one priority. They're the ones that motivate me and get me to look within myself. Like, okay, Sue, like you've come along this far, and you gotta do something like more, right? More, because my biggest concern is like my children's future. And to be honest and open, 3 out of my 4 boys, they're on the autism spectrum. So that's
Oh,
one thing that as a parent, and especially as a mom, you
mm,
know, there's some of the worries there for me. So, and as they're getting older, um, I need to find something where I can be at home to take care of them.
yeah, yeah.
And it's just a thought of where am I going to look for it? Where am I going to look for
Mm,
it? And business has always been in the back of my mind. Like I've always thought about business, but I wasn't actively searching until one day I was just at home flipping through social media, and then I came across an ad, and I was reading through it, and I was like, this might be something that that might work for me. So of course I clicked on it and read the information, and I'm like, wow, like this is something totally different. And I'm not a salesperson by any means. I'm not a
yeah,
salesperson by any means. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to be in a business where I have to sell stuff to people, because that's just, I don't know, that's just not me. Um,
Mm.
so, finding something like that was just like, okay, but I found this and I'm like, okay, this might work for me. So I was reading through it, watched it, and I'm like, okay, this is
Mm.
definitely for me. And I just took action. And I just took action the first time. And then
Wow. That's
it's a business that will work. Yeah, works for me.
that's
Mhm.
really amazing. I
Mhm.
like the way you said you love your healthcare job. It's something that is really good and satisfying to do. But
Right.
the thing is, how long will that go for?
Right.
And the
How
other
long
thing
ago? Right.
is, there are some days that
Mhm.
turn nasty in your
Yes.
work, where you may
Yes.
have, things like uh, not the right colleagues that you work with, the
Mhm.
staffing,
Mhm.
or there are times when you need to apply for leave and it's not approved. Um,
Exactly.
there's a things, and you must always get approval to do stuff.
Exactly.
As a healthcare worker, I've gone through that. I've gone through a lot of that
Mhm.
where, there was a time when I wanted to take leave and my leave wasn't approved. It wasn't
Mhm.
approved, and I've
Mhm.
already paid for my flights,
Mhm.
and this is something that makes me frustrated, especially when you've
Right.
done your part, you've done,
Mm.
you really work with your heart and you help with you. But then when it comes to people who own the business, whoever you're working for, they
Right.
don't help you with those things. It really
No.
hit me hard that, okay, hang on, do will I continue to be frustrated like this even though I don't deserve this? I deserve
Mhm.
more. So
Mhm.
this is why I really wanted to start something that I could own and call it my own. And I can also do things on my own terms and
Yes.
not always wait for approval. So not always,
Absolutely.
yeah, do all these things. So this is some things that pushed me
Mhm.
to really look for something that I could do. And also, healthcare is good, but the thing is, you'll always be away from your family and your children.
Yeah.
Your family is one of the things that, you need to build a proper foundation for your children, for your, life is short. How
Yeah.
long? Because I
Yeah.
see there's a lot of people that
Mhm.
are making their job like, that's part of them and they live there. They just come home, eat, sleep, and go back to work. The whole day they spend it there. And wait, is that life? There's more to life.
Yeah. Yeah,
There is
that's
more to
yeah.
life than that. Yeah.
There
So
there's
this is
always
some of the factors that really pushed me to start my own digital business. Even though I'm a healthcare, I still
Mhm.
love my job, but I don't have to be there 7 days a week,
Right.
right? Yeah,
Right.
at least I've got
Right.
something that is working for me, that is bringing me an income, that is supplementing my income while I'm spending
Exactly.
quality time with my family. It's time
Exactly.
freedom that we're looking for. Otherwise, we'll be
Yeah,
caught up
I'm looking for
there.
that too. I'm looking for that too, and like what you say resonates with me too. I know there's like tons of, reasons too, but like I said, the biggest reasons for me is of course my children and spending time, like
Yeah,
time to be there. And I've missed some of their milestones. Like you said, it's like this daily cycle where you're just like get up, go to work, come back,
yeah,
the whole cycle, and then there's time after work too, but then like I said, as a healthcare worker, there's days where you feel like you're burnt out. You're
yeah,
burnt out, you come
and
home and you're just like, I just
yeah.
want to relax.
I know.
And
And
but then
there are days when
yeah.
your children have things at school, right? Or
Mhm.
your children have milestones for you to be there and celebrate with them.
Right.
And I used to, before I owned this business, I used to feel really guilty if I'm invited, example, if my child receives an award or, celebrates something,
Mhm.
if a leader has been elected to be a leader and I'm not there to celebrate the milestone,
Yeah.
I feel really guilty
Me
within
yeah, me
within me.
too.
And I
Me
say, oh
too.
my gosh, I have to be at work. It's just like daunting me. I have to be there to see my child and to give him support and to, be excited and we feel proud and
Exactly.
encourage him to,
Hmm.
do more for his
Right.
journey. That's
Yeah.
one of the things as a mom, I
Hmm.
feel really, it hits me hard that, hey, I better do something that
Right.
can allow you to be there for your children. So that
Yeah.
this is,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
and
right there along with you too. I'm right there with
mm,
you on that in that same boat because
yeah,
I got to one point to where they come home with all these awards and I would come home from work and I'm like, oh, you got this, but I wasn't there. I wasn't there to see it. And they're happy, but children is like the biggest thing, especially for my kids, is they just want me there, just want me present there
yeah, yeah.
with them.
Your
And
person
I
to
feel
be
so
there.
bad
Yeah,
at times where I feel like now that they're getting older, that I feel like, teenagers, that they're in that teenage phase. And I feel like
yeah,
half the time, like I don't even know some of the things they like anymore, like what kind of music, like what
yeah,
things they
yeah,
enjoy.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
feel, like you said, bad and guilty as a mom, like I'm busy working all the time and I'm going to school part time too,
yeah,
and it's just I feel like some days, like 7 days out of the week, I feel like I don't even have that quality time there with them, and they're
mm,
very, they very much so like want me to be there, but I feel so bad that I can't really be there at times for them,
yeah,
and so that's
and
why I decided to make the move and say, like I said, I love healthcare, but I want to get it to something else where it's gonna give me the financial freedom that I need and
yeah,
also provide me the flexibility to be at home with my kids and to be there for them and raise them and just be present with them and
yeah,
do everything
yeah.
with them. Yeah.
And I see like this year when a lot of graduations were happening, a lot of
Hmm.
graduations were happening, and I see on social media people posting that,
Yeah.
oh, I couldn't be there. Congratulations, but I'm so sorry I couldn't be there because I had work, and
Right.
I see. Oh my gosh, that is the
Right.
most important part of the milestone in their life. They won't repeat that anymore. You should have been there. So
Exactly.
that's something that pushed me.
Exactly.
Also,
Yeah. And just to
I
do things together as a
I think
family.
back I think back through when I grew up. You know,
Hmm.
I saw that I did better. I did well when my parents were there supporting me.
Hmm.
And
Right.
even in
Right.
exams, we used to have this exam where parents will cook nice food for you and they come and wait. And when
Hmm.
I went into this hall to do my exam, I knew that my parents were outside and they were waiting with the good food. I feel so inspired to do well in my
Yeah.
exam. So the same experience I want to bring to my children
Yeah.
so they can do better as well. And I believe it does work
It does.
because they
It,
appreciate that your presence is there. You are
yes.
there
And I
to,
can tell my kids too that
yeah,
it's not even sometimes even about the materialistic things anymore. It's just they want you there, just
yeah,
present in the
yeah,
moment with them. So that's
yeah.
just one of the things that I can't ever take, back, but going forward, I'm doing what I can so that
That's
way,
good.
I can be there for them all the
That's
time. So
good.
yeah, it's
I
important.
think you've answered most of your third question that I was gonna ask you. What's
I
the
love to
main
talk a lot, as you
reason?
can tell.
So let's move on to the fourth.
All right.
As a healthcare professional, was it easy to set up your business? And do you have business background? And also, were you tech savvy?
Okay, so was it easy to set up business? It for me, it was. I thought it was easy because I've always been around computers, and especially work, we're around computers all day, every day. So that part of it wasn't hard at all. So
Okay.
as far
Wow.
as tech savvy, that was not a problem for me. I'm really quick
Oh, that's
on
true.
technology, so and that wasn't an issue. Now, do I have a business background? No, I don't have a business background. No business background whatsoever. Um, and so this is all new to me. The whole online digital space, online digital business is all new, all new. All I knew in my head was that, okay, I want to do an online business, and that's just all that's just really all I was thinking, right? And so, and with anything, of course, you're gonna have to learn, as you go along. But anything new, yeah, it was a little bit like the information. It was a lot of information at the beginning, but then I took my time. I took my time with it. So as far as setting up, it wasn't hard for me. Yeah, it wasn't hard at all. It was
That's
easy. It's just
beautiful.
going through all the detailed, and not missing any steps. So
Yeah.
yes, it was.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Yeah, similar to me as well.
Hmm.
I Even though there's a mentor and coach there to guide you and support you and
Right.
show you, there are little things that there are times when you will meet them and you may ask them questions because they're more experienced and they're more
Yes.
successful. So it's always especially an example when doing an ad, when it's your
Hmm.
first time to do an ad. I believe, having a second eye to it,
Right. I
someone,
know. Yes.
check your spellings, check your
Hmm.
video, check your photo. If it's
Yes.
okay, then yeah, by all
That,
means go for it. But
uh-huh.
for me, everything was like first time. I
It
just
was
didn't
first
know
time
what
for
I
me
was doing.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
was first
now,
time for me too.
I try to mentor through people that are coming on board, say it's always
Hmm.
good to have a second eye. Because
It
there
is.
was one time when I looked back at my ad and I missed a word, I think A or something in it. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I should have always got my mentor coach to always check my ad before I send it out, because you can miss out a word and it just totally
Yeah.
changes the description. So that's what,
Yes.
but it
Exactly.
still did really well without even the A in it. So I thought, wow, that means people are not reading
I
clearly.
know.
They
To
go
do
for the
spell check,
headline
right?
and that's
To do spell check on it. Yeah, it's always a great thing to have a second set of eyes to take a look at it, because I'm
yeah.
always like, for me, I'm the type of person where I'm just so like type A, and where I'm like, I'm checking every single every single word, letter to make sure that it makes sense to me. But then I have to have somebody else read it too to make sure that it makes sense to them as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, but and learning and constantly learning new things all the time.
Yeah,
Technology changes all the time. Like you can't even believe it. And then yeah, there's always yeah, I can't
that's
even say that,
yeah.
it changes like updates all the time. So
Every time,
no,
every week or
yeah.
every 3 days, things change. And in our training as
Mhm.
well, similar. Yeah,
Right.
very similar.
And,
Yeah.
and having the training. So I love that part of it too.
Yeah. Uh, that's the fifth question for you. Do you believe anyone can succeed in this business and why?
Yes, I believe anyone can succeed in this business. Because the reason why I say that is because for me, I always wanted to start a business where it's it's not gonna financially drain me. That was my biggest reason. Is like, okay, I want to start a business, but the startup cost of starting a business, right?
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, um, yeah, like when I first started, I didn't even really want to know like how much is it gonna cost? Like, can I even afford it? Because if I can't even afford it, yeah, there's loans and stuff like that out there, but
Mhm.
you're taking a risk too, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's so many things that I had to think about. But then I believe anybody can succeed in this business because it's affordable. It's
Yeah.
affordable, and as a mom, working full time with 4 kids, it's like, yeah, that's the first thing I look for is like, does it resonate with me? Does it fit with my reasons, my whys, and does my pocketbook does my pocketbook is it gonna like take me where I need to be, right? So
Yeah.
I'm a very straightforward, blunt type of person where I just think about something and it just comes out as it is.
Yeah.
So I believe anybody can succeed in this business. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Bar
you.
none. And if you put your mind and heart to it, and like I said, there's no business out there that it's just gonna be overnight. No,
Yeah.
like you're gonna make all this money within 24 hours overnight. No, it takes
Mhm.
time, hard work with any business, not just online, any business out there. It
Yeah.
takes hard work, dedication, and most importantly, it's um, your passion. Your
Yeah.
passion is something that you want to do, not just because you're just trying to do something to gain, just say, okay, I just want to get into this because it makes this much money. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to love it. You have to enjoy it in order
Yeah.
for you to succeed, in anything.
Thank you.
So
Yeah. I
yeah,
love
that's
it.
my
I love that. And I just want to add on to your your words as well that we're seeing a lot of success stories in our community, and
right community.
people, stay-at-home moms, anyone, any background,
Any, yeah, any
succeeding in this
background,
business, being financially free and financially secure and living life their own terms. So many
right.
thousands of people all around the world, even as young as 30 and 20s. Like, I
Hmm.
wish I was in my 20s again to live that, that
I
life.
know.
But
I wish I
again,
found it sooner.
yeah,
I wish
I
I
wish
found
I
it
found this.
sooner.
Like,
But I just
yeah,
feel like everything happens for a reason.
yes,
Everything happens and it falls in place for a reason. Yeah, and I believe that you can succeed in this business. So, and like you said, the incredible amount of support.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
biggest thing. Going into
In
anything, like, any type of business, it's not like you're going to be just jumping in blinded, because we need the support and the mentorship and all that. So that's what I love about it.
yes, the
Yeah.
mentorship and the coaching program is really amazing. I believe
Mhm.
that's one of the foundation as well why this business and a lot of thousands of people are succeeding,
Yes.
because a lot of people don't come with an experience, a business background. They're not tech
Hmm.
savvy. They haven't worked online. There's no experience about working online.
Hmm.
And this mentoring and coaching is really valuable for them as a foundation to
Yes.
start. The training is it's video based, very easy to follow, but still
Hmm.
you need guidance. You always
Hmm.
need someone to check on you. How are you doing? Because there are days where we go through, challenges. We
Hmm.
are normal human beings like any other human beings. We just want to, change and be the best version of ourselves. That's why we do this. But then having
Exactly.
someone on the side support you side by side, and a
Hmm.
community, positive, like-minded community, is no-brainer. You can succeed,
Yeah,
and
you can
everyone
succeed.
can succeed. Yeah, and with the
Anyone can
positive
succeed.
mindset, the shift of mindset, nothing can stop you from this. You've got the
Right.
potential. Yeah,
Right. With a positive mindset,
mm,
positive attitude, and
yeah.
not only that, you're working with other like-minded business individuals as
People.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
The
like
more, the
they're
more
pushing
you
you,
surround.
and then like, we're pushing each other to do
Yeah,
better and to be like, okay, what can I do better? And just beating off of each other and like getting, advice
yeah,
from one another, you know. And so yeah, I'm always learning as I go. And this one of the things I love about this business is that I grow as a person also
yeah,
personally, and it's helped me think outside the box
yeah.
instead of just everything just like containing her. It makes you think outside the box and be the best version of you.
Passion.
And I'm
Yeah.
always like reinventing myself. And yeah, so that's why I love it. That's why I love
Thank
it.
you.
Anybody can
And
see. Yeah.
it's the word, like, surround, the people you surround yourself with
Right.
is, you know,
Important.
it's very, very
Important.
important. If
It's very
you
important.
follow people who are negative, you will never get anywhere. But if you follow
Yeah.
people and surround with yourself with like-minded people people with visions, people with big dreams,
Hmm.
people who are entrepreneurs, like-minded, you will succeed in anything
I
you
believe that.
create. Yeah.
I believe that. Yeah.
So thank
So
you.
thank you.
I've got the last message for you. Your last
Okay.
question, your final takeaway message to those watching or who will be watching this replay.
My final takeaway message to those watching. First and foremost, I like to say thank you all so much for tuning in and for watching and for taking time out of your busy day and your busy schedule to watch me and Bertha um, share a little bit about who we are and what we do. And my takeaway is, we're all human beings, and we all have goals and dreams, um, and that we want to pursue in life. And I just want to say that, no matter where you are and what you do in your life, one thing that I like you to, take away is, are you at in your life right now where you feel like it's going where you want it to be? You know,
Yeah.
um, and just it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about, especially in the world that we live in now. And there's so many options out there, so many um, good choices out there, and good people out there. And I just want you to just think outside the box and look inside you and think about who you are and what your self worth is and what your value is. Um, I always, I come from a family that, you know, my parents are farmers. They didn't go to school, and I'm a first time refugee here in the U.S. So I had to learn everything pretty much, going in the school system, and it's just learn the traditional way of going to school, graduating, finding a job. And I felt like that was never for me. I feel like there's more out there for me than that I can challenge myself, and not only that, but to help others do the same thing, to help others too. Because I know there's so many people out there too that are struggling as well, and they just don't
Yeah.
know who to turn to or where to start or where to begin. And
Yeah.
it's about trust as well. That's my thing. It's about trust and trusting the people that you work with and trusting in the system and believing in yourself. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Believing yourself that you can do anything, that you can succeed.
Yeah.
That you can succeed. And so that's my takeaway for it. And
That's
thank you so much for this time and opportunity uh, that you have given me to come on here and share a little bit about myself and some of my thoughts about this
thank you.
wonderful
Thank
and
you.
incredible business and getting to know, and not only that, get to know people from all over the world,
I know.
and from all like backgrounds and cultures. And I love that, and getting to know so many new things, and especially cooking food. Oh,
I
that's
love
one of the things because like I like to cook and I post that up there too, and I'm just like,
wow.
man, food connects us no matter what.
I love that. I love that. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes,
it's very
yes. So,
amazing to connect with like-minded people. Like
right.
how
Mhm.
would I have known and connected with you? It's
I
only
know,
this
right?
business.
If I didn't take this chance and this opportunity, I would still be in the same spot I was last year.
Yeah,
Because I feel like if you don't get yourself moving, you don't think out, like you don't. My biggest thing is sometimes I tend to procrastinate, a lot.
yeah,
That's like my biggest thing. I'm like, I don't know, like you're like that word afraid, like you're afraid of taking the next step. And I'm just like, I've learned a lot through working with as a healthcare professional. And I know I'm pretty sure you know this too. We learn so
yeah,
much working with people
yeah,
and taking care of people, and you just know that no matter what, it's like, okay, I get up, I go to work. Do I really want to go to work today? No. No, there's some
yeah,
days where I'm like,
yeah,
no. But the strive is there, the energy is there. It's like I think about my whys. I'm like, but patients need me. They need my care. They need me to
yeah,
be
yeah,
there for them,
yeah, yeah,
So, and so that's one of the things that keep me going is just be positive. positive and
Yeah.
put yourself in that positive mindset, saying, you know what, you can do anything. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, you know? So yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. Wow, you shared a lot. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Let's
you so much.
my final to add on to your final word as well is I
Yes.
was like this year what I was doing, I was looking at my results. My results in terms
Hmm.
of personal results and business goals as well, where I am at this year. And then
Hmm.
where I want to question myself and I ask myself, where do I want to be next year in the new
Hmm.
year to come? Will I be, do I want to be in the same position as this year or I want to
Hmm.
go, extra mile? So that's what my best message to everyone. Do you wanna be and I challenge everyone, do you wanna be in the same position this year as next year? Do you wanna receive the same result in terms of personal, growth, personal achievements, and also business wise? Do you wanna, in terms of financial, do you wanna receive the same pay for this year? Say, for example, if you were on a 50K, do you want to still receive the 50K next year? And where does it bring you? So these are some of the things that I sit down and I analyze going forward where I want to be next year. I want to do better. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to go an extra mile in my results in money terms as well as in professional, as well as connecting with people. I
Yes.
want to connect, with more people because the world
Hmm.
is getting smaller and the
Hmm.
technology brings it, makes it smaller. And
Hmm.
so, will you be in the still same position like right now
Hmm.
next year? So, that's just a question I challenge everyone
That
and
is a
also
great
myself.
question.
Yeah.
That is a great question. That is a great question. And what I love about it is, being in this business, and it almost like forces me to be uncomfortable, right? It's
Yeah.
like we're just so comfortable in our shoes that, I'm comfortable in that job. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing, but I feel like I always have to challenge myself and be like, what can I do? What can I do better like next
Yeah.
year? Or what can I do? Or what set of skills can I bring on this year? What else can I do, to further challenge myself? you
Yeah.
know um so
Very
I liked that forward thinkingness about it, and always
yeah.
thinking ahead, and being in this business, it puts me in that position where I'm always thinking ahead, like, okay, all right, so this is, like the end of December, and I'm already thinking about like the first quarter for 2023 of what I'm going to do, right? So it
Mm,
keeps my brain moving forward. It keeps me thinking like, okay, this is what I need to do. And I can't even like tell you, like, this last year, 2022, it was a big year for me. I went through a lot of stuff. Everybody has tribulations, but when you go through something like that in life where it forces you to be uncomfortable, like, if you know, and it
mm,
you learn so much from it. You learn so much from it. Just when you think like, I feel like I feel like I might not be good at that, but then once you put yourself in that, you're just like, wait a second, I can actually do this. So don't be afraid to challenge yourself. And I
yeah.
like what you said, Alberta. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself and
Thank
try
you.
new things. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's just acknowledge there's two people, Victor, watching live from PNG. Wow.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you so
thank
much, Victor,
you.
for tuning
Thank you. Oh,
in.
I have a question. Where's PNG? Where's that?
Papua New Guinea, where I come from.
Oh,
It's in
okay,
the
okay. I was like, oh, perfect, perfect.
PNG.
Hello,
In the Pacific Islands, yeah.
hello.
Uh, we also have Frida saying, "Good day, ladies, watching from Queensland, Australia."
Awesome.
Yay!
Wow.
Thank you,
These
Frida.
wonderful people
Thank
tuning in.
you
I'm so
so
excited.
Yeah. Anyway, thank
Okay.
you so much, sis. Thank
Thank
you again,
you.
Sue. We'll come back again here with another
Yes,
episode later. But for
yes.
now, those that are new and don't know how to be part of us, our websites are on the screen there. So is www.xuechuyen.com. You can register with your full name and email to get the free link to the webinar, which will be on again tomorrow, Friday. The live webinar will be on again tomorrow. I was a panelist for yesterday's one, which is really good.
Oh, were
I
you?
challenged myself
Oh, wow.
to give back to the community. So I was there for the third time this year, which I'm really, really proud of. And
How
I
exciting.
myself there.
Wow, that's
So get in
great.
there, watch our free webinar, and then you will know if this is for you or not, because this is not for everyone. So thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank
much
you
again,
so
Sue.
much.
Thank you for
All right.
having me,
Thank
and thank you
you.
for your
Thank you
time, and
so much. I enjoy this time.
happy new year ahead. And I wish 2023 will open up more, you
Yes.
know,
Thank you so much.
so
Thank you
for
so
us,
much. Happy New
more
Year.
abundance. Happy
And
New
I wish
Year
you all the
from
best. And we'll connect
Australia.
soon. And thank you all for tuning in. Have a happy new year wherever you guys are at. And take care. Much love. Peace.
Thank you.